I'm going to try to continue to talk about not just simply YouTube's algorithm, but you can probably call this a slice of life. I don't want to focus on the success. 98%, quote unquote, of people on YouTube don't make it. About 2% move on to become monetized. And then even people who become monetized in some ways become demonetized. And I've heard one lady talking, almost crying. Uh, that's my rent money. Hmm. You know, I'm a common person. I struggle every day. When I'm struggling many times over, I'm trying to, my car's falling apart pretty much. The brother the other day was talking about he had money, he made millions of dollars, new truck. And I'm always not wanting to live like a king, but I'm always trying to realize that I'm trying to make sure I have to ride the bus. Or I'm on the side of the street, panhandling somebody. So that's where I'm at, pretty much, close to that. So when I hear that part, I get it. When I hear something, I gotta say, I gotta talk from my heart. Someone says, yeah, you can hear me. That's a ghost. But there's something important to point out about ghosts. Ghosts can also be flesh. Someone on the street with a plate, we go right by them every day. I used to always hear people, artists. I think of Harry Chapin, Bruce Springsteen. I can think of John Lennon. Artists that really has always brought sometimes tears and inspiration to people. I like to live a certain kind of way. I like to be living just like anyone else. I don't want to be living large, but I like to live a good life, a meaningful life. When I try to understand people from the different perspectives, I understand people when they stand in front of a microphone, a camera, and they start talking to themselves. This is my journey. This is where I've been. This is me. And they say, hi, guys, and they're narrating themselves. And I try to look at myself and say, if I could do something like that, I wouldn't use her, for one thing. But there's one thing you try to do also, and this is where things get kind of, you can say either creepy for you, or they get something where you understand where I'm coming from. My audience is not just for the living, it is also for the dead. Because I still have things coming into my house, and many times over, they inspire as well. For the man who came to my house and said, doctor, 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 and then he said, God must save us, come quick. I wonder if he was talking about now. What did he mean? So when I do things here, this is the way I describe myself. And you make the judgment. I call myself metaphysical. That means I'm part for the living and part for the dead. And if that makes sense to you, then you know what I call Game of Four. Because in many ways over, I still feel we live in the end times in some ways. You may say what you wish. You may say that's crazy until you realize this part. It just takes one push of a button to cause a nuclear explosion, and you're living under a mushroom cloud. So you can take that any way you wish, and that's called Game of Four. We live in times that we live day to day to day. When we try to understand what this life is, and you try to understand why was I even born here? What is the purpose of me living my life? Why am I on this planet? You have to come from the streets every day to bust your rear end, and when you do, you can barely make ends meet. You can barely make the rent. When someone gives you a platform to say something and then try to understand, what the fuck am I doing here? Sometimes it's hard. When I hear people who make it and they say I have 5 channels, I'm working for a corporate office, and here's how you do things, I always want to scream, because it's not so much the success. It's brother, it's a hard way to get from the bottom up and get on your knees and get back up again and try to understand something. What is the purpose of working so hard and someone can take it down, and before you know it, there you are again, right there, trying to understand what happened to me. To me, in 2020, COVID hit me. It wasn't the masks. It wasn't the vaccinations. I didn't believe in ghosts. I really didn't. I wasn't wanting to become something with paranormal bullshit, but it came into my house, in my life. And the difference is, I claim, it wasn't all bad. This channel, brother, I'm not going to make a penny off this. And I'm not. I'm not going to. So what's the purpose? What's the purpose of why I don't make a penny off anything here? It's because many times over, people can be at the end of a rope, and sometimes you could be sticking there. When I listened to one person say that 9 years invested in a YouTube channel and they got demonetized. The woman was talking about, that's her rent money. Some people can be on the end of a rope. Some people can be bankruptcy. Some people barely making it and barely on the streets. I've been there. I know what it's like. When I try to do things here, I always realize that one stupid video might reach someone. It might. And maybe, just maybe, I might have some way, like I say, maybe it's a possibility of helping someone. That is what I am here. That is the purpose of this stupid channel. There's days I want to kick this thing to the curb. Because for me, I don't want to be a person talking the paranormal. I don't think I'm a good representation of that. Probably a bum for that part. There's other people who do it better. They do it edited, polished, and they make, what, over 1 million views on content. I'm going to make 1 view here. That's it. That's it. The algorithm won't find it. But there's always a possibility that someone who needs help may hear it. For me, I'd rather shine bright, even for a second, and help someone. It doesn't matter. It don't matter, man. Inspiration comes from something within. Inspiration comes from people who want to do more than just struggle. I've struggled all my life. And for me, my journey is not even a journey. It's trying to raise the bar to get through another day. Trying to be something exceptional and bring out something for people and show people there's always hope. And that's all I'm about. Nothing else. Nothing else.